On Friday in the Americas, Saturday in the rest of the world, we are going to have Pluto going direct. This is huge. Pluto moving forward at the very end of the sign of Capricorn. This is going to be the last time in our lifetimes we are going to experience this energy. And this is going to represent a moment of truth, of profound acceptance of what has felt bigger than ourselves. And it's a moment of culmination of big lessons that we've been engaged in since 2008 as part of our individual journeys. Pluto moving through the sign of Capricorn is wrapping up now, and it is now that we're looking at the structures in our lives, what's worked and what hasn't, where it is that we've engaged in healthy ways in a journey of healthy ambition, and where it is maybe we haven't. But more than anything, Pluto teaches us about power, but powerlessness as well, and finding acceptance in those things that we wish were different, and even those things that are really hard. And sometimes Pluto asks us to turn that stone over, to look at all that is underneath the surface, even the stuff that we hate, even just to admit that it is there, as part of the first step that change sometimes requires. Once we move forward, it is going to be in November that Pluto will leave the sign of Capricorn, not to return for the rest of our lifetimes. It'll be over 2 centuries before we're going to have this aspect again, making this moment of Pluto standing still in the sky, changing directions at the height of its power, that much more an important moment in our lives. Now, I do speak a lot about this energy in the month ahead horoscope over on my YouTube channel and at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. How this energy will speak to you as part of your unique journey depends on your sun, moon, and rising sign. Take all 3 into consideration and synthesize the info to find the right answers for you. Aries, career, social standing, life purpose. If you have a toxic boss, you just might see that so clearly right about now. But this is also your chance to make a power move. What you're willing to do and not willing to do is going to be crystal clear as part of at least one big change you make now where it comes to your understanding of the legacy you're creating. Taurus, long distance travel, immigration, citizenship, higher learning, and legal matters I highlighted here. There could be developments now that bring things to a decision, whether you like it or not. It is going to represent a finality to it in a sense, but also a chance for you to make a power move. Your own beliefs may come into focus now, and what beliefs you've carried way too far and just aren't working for you anymore might come to the surface as part of some pain and as part of meaningful change. Gemini, truth, change, transformation, regeneration, and wealth. If it is that you deal with banks and have a loan or looking for benefits you qualify for, well, all those matters could reach an important turning point now. Some decision might be made that helps you to understand what wealth is going to be for you and where you're going to access it going forward from here. For all that, though, this could represent a moment of truth that lends itself to a profound transformation, whether it's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or quite literally, monetarily, you're moving towards greater wealth. Cancer, partnership and love comes into focus. Your powerlessness over another person and what they choose to do or don't do, any pain that you've had there from the past and into the present may show up for you now. Now, this is ultimately meant to be profoundly healing. It helps you to understand where you are in love and how you feel about it, who's really for you going forward, and where it is that you've accepted way too much in love and that just isn't going to work for you anymore as part of moving towards more authentic and meaningful connections than you've ever had before. Leo, your daily life, your work life, the type of work you're doing, what's worth doing and what isn't, you are about to see it very clearly. And if in any way what you're doing day in and day out for your work, or you're having to deal with a client, customer, coworker, or immediate supervisor where those connections are toxic, well, chances are that's just not going to work for you anymore. Now, this could also show up in terms of how well you take care of you. This could be a big turning point moment where you realize that you deserve to take the best of care of you where it comes to your health and otherwise, and you deserve your own love. Virgo, romance, flirtation, and what the heart wants. It doesn't always make sense. You might find yourself pulled in a particular direction that feels downright messy. You're going to have to be honest with yourself. And that alone can serve as a catalyst moment for you. For all that, though, this part of the sky also has to do with creative fulfillment, and a deep dedication to making the most of your creative voice rises now. Libra, home, the past, your living situation, and your family of origin. You are getting to the roots, probably wanting to spend time alone. Your past may come calling in some way as part of you recognizing how messy things have been and where now you want things to be different. If it is that you're trying to buy, sell, move, or attract a new roommate, well, fate could have a will of its own. That's part of Pluto as well. So trust the journey that gets you to the changes you desire. Scorpio, siblings, cousins, neighbors may come into focus. Either they're going through big changes in their lives, or if you know that some of those relationships have been toxic or dramatic, well, some of that might stir at this time, I'm sorry to say. But for all that, synchronicity can have a profound, transformative effect that reaches very deep within you. You being in the right place at the right time, connecting with the right person can make an impact. Sagittarius, money you earn, money you spend, self-love, self-esteem. Since 2008, it might have felt like money wasn't always as smooth as you might like. Well, some of that fear is either going to show up or you're trying to make some power move to secure your finances now. For all that, though, this is a decisive moment where you decide what's worth doing for money and what isn't. And your self-love takes a boost in the process of you making a choice. Capricorn, identity, who it is you know yourself to be, what matters to you most and first. Wow, it's been a massive journey that you've undertaken of deep transformation going all the way back to 2008. You're not the same person that you were back then. You've probably felt a lot and experienced some pretty intense emotions, some sadness as well. This is the last really big moment that you're going to feel this energy. So let yourself feel it all. Letting go of where you had no power in the past as part of embracing and understanding that there is a perfection to all that was. It got you to where you are right now, which is only headed to a better place. Aquarius, soul, psyche, spirit stirring so strongly for you now. There is a profound, restless energy within, and your dreams in particular may feel like they reach very deep within you. You're likely going to need a whole lot of rest, so make sure you allow yourself that to the best of your ability. This is a time of important transitions. Certain karmic contracts are likely coming to a close as part of embracing all it is that you have yet to do in this lifetime. Even if you don't know what that is just yet, you have faith to make it so. Pisces, friendships, group involvements. You are about to get real honest about who a friend is for you, their role in your life, and where it is that someone's been a toxic influence. You'll be able to see it and decide whether or not those connections are worth maintaining. Now, whether they are personal friendships or group dynamics or professional acquaintances, well, all of these connections are related to this moment as part of helping you to understand what you're willing to put up with and what you won't put up with anymore, where your feelings are genuine and dedicated and where you feel that dedication from others, and where it is that certain superficial connections, well, that just isn't for you going forward from here. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great week. Enjoy.